the Senate finally released Phase 2 of their investigation on pre-war intelligence. Phase 1 came out a long time ago saying, oh, the intelligence was botched. And then the Republicans sat on Phase 2. Phase 2 was the intelligence botched on purpose? Did the administration set out to deceive us, or did they make an honest mistake based on the intelligence they got that led to that conclusion, right? Now, that's the important part. And Pat Roberts ran that committee, the Intelligence Committee in the Senate, and in 2004, before the elections of 2004, he was like, oh, I'm on it! I'm on it! I'm going to get to it! I'll tell you this is of utmost importance. And I remember a time when, remember when Reid shut down the Senate and said you got to do Phase 2 of the intelligence? That's what he shut it down over. And Roberts was like, what? We're going to do it in 2 weeks. I was just about to give it to you before you did all these semantics, please. And then the 2004 elections happened, and guess what Roberts said after that? Oh, no, of course we're not going to be doing Phase 2. He said, Phase 2? That's water under the bridge. That's like really old news. So who cares about that anymore? I'm not kidding. Those are like nearly direct quotes. So now that the Democrats have taken over, they finished Phase 2, and guess what they found? Total and utter manipulation of intelligence. They found so many different instances of, one, instances like the Mohammed Atta meeting with the Iraqis that are just made up. And what do I mean by made up? Not made up by our intelligence, made up by the administration. No intelligence source told them that. They just picked it out of the sky and said, oh yeah, Mohammed Atta, the 9/11 guy, met with the Iraqis. But when they did the investigation, the Senate found, and these are conservative Democrats, Senator Dianne Feinstein, Senator Jay Rockefeller, guys who've, been tough on fellow Democrats who have gone along with the Bush administration on a lot of things. And they looked at this, oh my God, it turns out you guys just made some of this stuff up. There was no intelligence to indicate that at all. And then second of all, there was issues that were presented to them by the intelligence community as two-sided, saying, hey, there's some evidence in this direction, but other evidence in this direction, and we don't really draw a conclusion. The Bush administration ignored the evidence they didn't like and took the evidence that they liked, which said go to war now, and they're like, yes, okay, there it is. There's the evidence. And that's another huge problem. And they pretty much took every opportunity to mislead the American people into thinking that the intelligence said we should go into Iraq. When you look at the intelligence in its entirety, after this investigation, it becomes clear that that is not what the intelligence said. So the next time you hear a Republican telling you, oh, everybody got the intelligence wrong, that is flat out not true. Phase 2 of the Senate Intelligence Committee report indicates that it wasn't the intelligence problem as much as it was the administration purposely misleading us on what that intelligence was to get us into the Iraq war.